why you keep overtrading, and how to break the cycle today. Have you ever found yourself clicking the buy or sell button again and again, even when you know you shouldn't? You end the day looking at a string of small, frustrating losses, and you wonder, why did I do that? Here's the secret. Overtrading isn't a trading problem. It's an emotional problem. You're not clicking because you see a perfect setup. You're clicking because something inside you is deeply uncomfortable with waiting, with stillness, with not being in control. Most traders overtrade to escape an inner feeling of discomfort. It could be boredom setting in as you watch the charts do nothing. It could be anxiety about missing a big move. It could be that nagging fear of missing out as you see others post their wins. Or maybe it's the pressure to prove to yourself or to others that you can succeed at this. Whatever the root cause is, the urge to place another trade is rarely about what's happening on the chart. It's about trying to soothe an emotion that you haven't learned how to sit with yet. Think about the last time you went on an overtrading spree. Were you calm? Were you feeling grounded and confident? Probably not. You were most likely searching for relief. Relief from the feeling of being left behind. Relief from waiting too long for a signal that never came. Relief from feeling stuck, not just in your trading, but maybe in your life. In that moment, the trade itself becomes a temporary escape from that discomfort. And here's the really dangerous part. Overtrading feels productive. It feels like you're putting in the effort. It feels like you're taking action. It gives you this powerful illusion that you're doing something meaningful to move your account forward. But deep down, you already know the truth. Overtrading almost always leads to frustration, regret, and a portfolio riddled with unnecessary losses that chip away at your capital and your confidence. So why does this cycle feel so impossible to break? It comes down to your brain chemistry. Your brain absolutely loves the small dopamine hit it gets every single time you click that buy or sell button. That single moment gives you a rush, a feeling of power, of being involved, of being in control of your destiny. For a few seconds, everything feels possible. But when the trade inevitably goes against you, that illusion shatters instantly, and the emotional storm you are trying to escape comes rushing back in 10 times stronger. The real reason this cycle repeats itself day after day is because your brain has learned to treat trading as a way to regulate your emotions. And any time you use an external behavior to regulate your internal state, that behavior becomes compulsive. The trading chart stops being an analytical tool and starts becoming a coping mechanism. It's like reaching for a snack when you're stressed, not when you're hungry. You're not trading your plan, you're trading your feelings. But I want to be very clear about something. You're not doing this because you're reckless or undisciplined. You're doing this because you were never taught what to do with the discomfort that comes from waiting. The discomfort of not knowing what happens next. The discomfort of being patient while the market takes its time. Every single successful trader you admire has mastered one critical skill. They've learned to sit with discomfort without needing to react to it. Overtrading almost always happens on days when your internal state is already shaky. Think about it. It's when you're tired after a long night, when you're stressed from work or family issues, when you feel immense pressure to perform and make money today, when you feel like you're falling behind in life compared to your peers, when you're just desperate to see some progress, any progress. These emotional states make trading feel incredibly urgent, even when the market is telling you to sit on your hands. When you feel that intense urge to overtrade, what you're actually feeling is the urge to relieve tension. Your mind starts whispering, do something, anything, now. Not because it's a smart move, but because doing nothing feels unsafe. It feels like you're losing. But in the world of trading, the skill of not acting is often far more powerful and far more profitable than the skill of acting. Just imagine for a second how different your trading would be if you learned to pause instead of react. Imagine feeling that urge to jump into a mediocre setup, but instead, you just watch it. You allow it to rise, and you don't follow it. Imagine recognizing the clear difference between a raw emotional impulse and a genuine, high-probability opportunity. Mastering that single skill can completely change the entire trajectory of your trading career, turning you from a gambler into a strategist. So, how do we break the cycle? It starts with awareness, not with discipline. Let me say that again. Awareness, not discipline. Discipline always collapses under emotional overload. You can't willpower your way out of a panic. Awareness, on the other hand, lets you see the urge for what it truly is. Just a wave of emotion that rises, peaks, and then, if you let it, fades away all on its own. When you learn to let that wave pass without getting swept away by it, you regain control of your trading. One of the most powerful techniques you can use right now is to simply name what you feel in the moment. When the urge hits, say it out loud or to yourself. This is impatience. This is boredom. This is FOMO. This is anxiety. The moment you name the emotion, you create a tiny space between you and the feeling. You separate yourself from it. You step out of the eye of the storm and into a place of clarity. You're no longer the emotion. You're the observer of the emotion. Another incredibly effective way to reduce overtrading is to limit the number of decisions you allow yourself to make each day. The more opportunities you give yourself to click, the more likely you are to act emotionally. It's a numbers game. Fewer decisions naturally lead to better decisions. Structure creates freedom. Try setting a hard and fast rule for yourself. I will only take trades that meet my absolute highest quality, A+ criteria. I will only take setups that come directly from my trading playbook. I will only trade during these specific hours when I'm at my best. This isn't about limiting you. It's about protecting you. It creates a container around your trading that prevents emotional bleed and impulse decisions from wrecking your account. And please, understand this crucial point. Your goal is not to eliminate the urges to trade. You can't. You're human. Your goal is to respond to them differently. The most successful traders on the planet feel the exact same impulses you do. They feel the greed, the fear, the impatience. They just don't act on them. They've trained themselves to let the emotion rise and fall without letting it hijack their decision-making. When you finally stop overtrading, everything in your trading world stabilizes. Your wins start to mean more because they were earned with strategy, not luck. Your losses become controlled and manageable, part of the business plan. Your stress levels plummet. Your confidence begins to rise, built on a foundation of sound decisions. The charts even start to look clearer. Your best setups become easier to spot because your mind is no longer cluttered with the noise of emotional chaos. If you truly want consistency in this game, it doesn't start with taking more trades. It starts with taking fewer, better trades. Trades executed with clear intention. The fewer unnecessary decisions you make, the stronger your statistical edge becomes. Your good habits compound and your bad habits starve. The path to consistency isn't about more effort. It's not about grinding harder. It's about alignment. Aligning your actions with your written trading plan. Aligning your emotional state with your long-term goals. Aligning your behavior in the moment with the disciplined, profitable trader you know you want to become. And always remember this. You don't need more trades. You need better trades. One single, well-executed trade can outperform 10 emotional, impulsive ones. One moment of practiced patience can save you from hours or even days of financial and emotional chaos. Overtrading ends the very moment you decide that a few seconds of emotional relief is not worth your financial pain and your mental well-being. You deserve better than that. You are capable of better than that. And you can start making that change today. Right now, just take a breath. Slow down. Let the market come to you. You are the hunter, not the hunted. Every moment you wait for the right opportunity, you are building the muscle of patience. You are becoming a stronger, smarter, and more profitable trader. If this resonated with you, give this video a like and subscribe for more content to help you master the mental game of trading. See you next time. Thanks for watching.